Hello, everyone. My name is Monica Selesky, and welcome to the Sexy Betting Podcast, where we talk about everything that turns you on to life: mind, body, soul, space, and today, scent. Today, we're with Wayne Walton. Wayne is an amazing entrepreneur. Words don't describe who he is and what he is. He's just an amazing, successful entrepreneur that can pivot any which way you want. So, Wayne, who are
Thank you. I am the Chief Everything Officer of Aroma360 No-Tug Collection, the leading home and business scenting brands in the world.
I like that. And you created your own name.
I did. I go by Chief Everything Officer. It's a moniker that I've been going with for about 2 years now. When I started getting more involved with being more the face of the brands, dealing with the consumers as a face tied to the brand, working alongside our creator network through Meta and TikTok Shop, it encompassed what a day in the life
Life
of
of
Wayne
Wayne
was,
Walton.
right?
So
Chief Everything
I
Officer
like
is
that.
involved in every aspect of the business.
Listen, if you Google him, it comes up. It really
It
does.
does.
It does. So Wayne does everything from luxury environments to sentiment-driven branding. Wayne doesn't just follow the markets. He reads energy. He anticipates shifts, builds what people didn't even think they could do.
I think I'm gonna start having you do my bios from now on because that was pretty good.
Uh,
But you know,
that is your bio.
it
I'm just telling the truth. You are everything. I spell him, but he really is who I said he is. I've never met someone. I met him 7 years ago.
yeah,
He was already super successful, and he just keeps getting more successful every single day.
it helps to be at the forefront of an industry that I think has incredible potential. When you think about home scenting, I actually tell a story a lot on different panels and things like that. There was a point in time in the United States where it was a luxury to have an air conditioner in your home. Fast forward to 2026, it'd be very difficult to find a home without an air conditioner. I look at Aroma360 Hotel Collection as the beginnings of that same process, right? So I think that today, in our current environment, a small number of customers, hundreds of thousands a year, are scenting their homes, and that one day in the future, every single home will be scented.
You're absolutely right. It won't be a luxury. It's just going to be like the
Exactly.
air conditioner.
Exactly.
So, with all the different, like, you're basically also like a marketing agency,
Yes,
and you have your own marketing agency in Aroma 360.
we do. All of the other founders and other D2C brands that I work alongside, or we all talk to each other. I make it a point to always say that I would put my marketing team against the top direct consumer brands in the world. They're truly exceptional. They really understand storytelling and having customers feel the products before they experience the products. The thing about marketing, especially online, is that every single consumer is purchasing the story the first time. They can't touch the product, they can't feel the product, they can't try the product. They're following for the story. For me, it's never been about acquiring the customers. We're exceptional, world class at acquiring. To me, it's when the customers come back and buy the second time. When they buy the second time, the third time, that's when you know you've built a truly great product. And then it's not just about the storytelling anymore. It's actually about the brand.
You get them addicted to scent.
Yes.
I like that. An addiction. Everyone has Aroma
A
360
healthy
in their house.
addiction.
It's a healthy addiction. I like
Healthy
that.
addiction.
I like that. So, but also in the marketing, like you pivoted the whole time. You guys started in one way. Now you're TikTok selling. Like there isn't anything that you're not doing in the marketing with all the social medias. You're speaking with Google.
Yeah, we try to say that we go where the customer is headed, not where the customer is today. I think it's one of the pillars that's allowed us to be so disruptive in our space, and also sustain our market share. We have dominated that space for the better part of 4 years now. Our next closest competitor is maybe 1/5 of our size, 1/6 of our size, and it truly has been a testament to the team understanding that it's important to talk to the customers where they are today, but it's more important for us to think about where the customers are going to be tomorrow, invest in the groundwork to make sure that we're ready for where the customers are going. So we're the first ones to get them before everybody else kind of figures it out and tries to catch on.
So what's your unfair advantage?
My unfair advantage has always been being a truly delusional founder, and that it being incapable for someone to explain to me that our team can accomplish the goals that we set out. It's never a question of if we can, it's how long it'll take us, or if we can go further than whatever we think is possible today. And I think that is an advantage if you understand how to put it into use and to not waste it.
Well, I always say, like, nothing's hard. It's only hard if you believe it to be. So I believe that the fact that you say this to yourself and you take action, your thoughts, your words, I always say that's like magic.
Yeah.
And the world is full of magic. And I love that word. And I love delusional because, yes, I love living my delusional world, but I create it. You created your own world
Yes.
and you do whatever you want. So I like that. And to be disruptive, make a move in whatever market you're in. Be disruptor. Be a disruptor.
Yes.
I love that word. How do you know when to trust your instincts or the data?
I do everything I can to always trust the data. The only exception to trusting the data when you're making decisions and being data driven and being thoughtful when it comes to company resources or capital or ad spend, the only exception is if you have something in your gut, this burning fire that's telling you that there's an opportunity that the data hasn't caught up with yet, then that's when I would say trust your instincts, go for it, see where it takes you. The founders that do that consistently, um, they're doing it off of data that they've acquired over the course of their careers. So it's not as much of a gut instinct as people perceive it to be. The gut was developed by previous data.
I live in a visual world of design, and you live in the world of scent. For me, what I see is so important, but what I smell, the best design I could do, and I walk into a home and it doesn't smell good, game over. Why did you create scent?
You know, if you think of the similarities between design and scent,
It's connected
they're connected. Scent wouldn't have the impact without the design or vice versa.
100%.
So the design falls into the marketing and the storytelling of the scent. And it's one of the most important aspects of it because the more we're able to story tell on what this scent will convey, what it will feel like, how it will change your environment, your atmosphere, is in the DNA of the success behind it. And in order to get somebody to try something,
Feel it,
they have to feel the
experience it.
reason, right? So they go hand in hand.
For me, when you walk into a home, before someone's coming over, I always light the candle, the Aroma360 candle. It's right by the front door. So I always tell lights, the candle, make sure every pillow is perfect, the
Music.
music's right. I just like exciting people. I just want to make you high and happy. You walk in, the music's amazing, smells amazing from Aroma360. I mean, if a girl has a guy over, that's the first thing they're going to do is light the candle. And that's the truth. All right, so now we want to ask you some personal questions. When you walk into a room, what do you want people to feel about you before you even open your mouth?
The older I've gotten, the more important it's been for people to feel like I'm the person that I actually am, right? We live in Miami. We live in an incredibly eclectic,
Sexy,
energetic, sexy
sexy.
city, right? And so for me, what's been important is that the human that people think I am when they first see me or they first meet me is closely aligned with the human that I truly am. And that there's not some fabricated version that people feel I am before they actually get a chance to meet.
But what do you think people see?
I think they see an incredibly stubborn, driven, hard-headed entrepreneur that loves his children, that loves his family, that loves his girlfriend, that has an incredibly curated circle of friends that he's been able to accumulate, and that he's blessed.
I actually see all that in you. I see every time I speak to you, you're always inspiring. Of course, I ask you, and I work his brain all the time for questions about business. He's busy, but I'm like showing up at his office.
It's true.
That's how I got him here. I was persistent,
It was true.
but I got you here.
I'm here.
Exactly. So persistency works. Always be persistent. Even if your friends are too busy, they make the time for you. And I love that. And thank you for
Of
coming.
course.
But we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So, how intentional are you about your energy, not just in business, but in your life in general?
Listen, as I've gotten older, I've gotten much better at
Older, you're better. What are you talking about? Older, you're getting younger
I get
every
better every
day.
single day. As I've gotten older,
You look
I've
better than when I met you.
that's
Seriously.
because of your son and
Oh, that's
and
right.
peptides.
My son, king of peptides.
So, I've gotten more, conscious of my energy, who I allow into it to have access to it. I think it's made me more well-rounded. I also think it's made me more impactful with the people that, I do love that are that are in my life, and I think it's made me a more rounded founder in being able to continue to put everything that the team deserves into the organizations so that the customers are able to experience the highest quality brand that we can offer them.
How does someone who moves at your speed show up in a relationship?
I think, you have to show up in a relationship for the type of relationship that you want to show up with you, right? In my relationship, I'm blessed because I have a girlfriend that is as much of a boss as I'm a boss,
I
right?
like that.
So I'm able to come back to that same energy. And if I've had a stressful day, I'm able to lay that stress on and have it reciprocated from somebody that actually truly gets it.
She
And
understands
yeah,
you. 'Cause she's also
it helps, and and honestly, it helps everybody around me. It helps our staff. It helps everything else because I'm able to come back the next day a little bit more refreshed because I didn't have to sit and carry all that myself. So I do think that in a relationship, like it's cliche and people say it, but you have to find your equal. Like you have to find your match. And if you do, I'm a stronger person today because everybody around me knows that and sees that, and it makes you more rounded individual.
I feel relationships are everything. They determine the quality of your life. If you have a healthy relationship with your girlfriend, that carries on into your business. It keeps you more focused. As they always say, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah,
But it's so true. And the fact that she's similar to you, you're both good looking, you're both entrepreneurs, you're both successful, she understands you. So she can dance better with you
yeah.
than the girl that doesn't work, that doesn't have all the things that she deals with every day. She knows how to pivot. She knows how to treat Wayne when he comes home.
I think most of the time, my friends and family do nothing but thank her for making me a better version of myself.
I like her. She's beautiful. She's smart. She's nice. She's quick. She's quick. So I like that. Have you ever met someone who made you slow down or see life differently? Or it could be in business, it could be a girl, it could be a guy that just made you stop and think and say, I like that. Just made you question something.
I think there's been times in business where I've been around other founders. I wouldn't say they made me stop, but they have made me think. There's been certain aspects of the way they either run their business or they run their life or they run their friend circle that have made me open my mind a little bit more and see things that maybe I wasn't seeing before. Hudson, for instance, opened my mind up to
Tell me
doing
about him.
more
Yeah.
masterminds. I mean, you know that I was always like kind of against a lot of the public speaking things like that.
You're great
Uh,
at public speaking.
Thank
He's a great speaker, everyone. So if you need someone on your podcast, he's amazing.
So I think no. So to answer the question, yes, I think that there have been times when I've noticed certain aspects of people's lives that have made me pause and think maybe I'm looking at things a little bit wrong. Maybe I
Example.
An example is getting more into like the podcasts and masterminds and things like that. Doing this, for instance, but then I realized what other people were getting from it, and I understood how impactful I could be in other people's journeys,
100%.
and that made me feel like it was worth getting into that little bit of uncomfortable space a little bit if I knew that it was going to be bettering other people that are coming after me.
I mean, that's why I'm doing it, just to wake people up, mind, body, and soul. Let's just be happy. Let's sleep better. Let's make our house smell amazing. I don't know, just be happy and be nice to people and inspire people while you're inspiring yourself. So people talk about success all the time. What's the hard truth about success that people didn't see you go through? They just see Wayne, the beautiful cars, the beautiful apartment, the sexy girlfriend, just the beautiful life. Who was Wayne in the beginning when Wayne was 17? Who was Wayne in the
When
beginning?
Wayne was 17, he had just started Media Mogul, and he was
Yeah,
and he was
exactly. You want to hear that.
and he was, he was learning what business was like. I was an anomaly. I was a poor kid in private school. I had success very, very early in life, and because of that, it shaped who I was as a young man. Because I didn't have anybody to tell me what to do with the money. I didn't have anybody to ground me.
You're more grounded now.
Much more grounded now. Thank you. But a lot of that comes from the fact that everybody's origin story is the same. That has found some level of success. No one will ever understand exactly what it felt like. Nobody was in those moments with them when they were struggling, when they questioned themselves for the first time in the mirror and said, maybe you don't have what it takes. Maybe it's not going to happen for you, and pushed through that barrier and kept going, and kind of got to that point. Everybody always sees the success. They typically don't see the struggle. I think that's why the famous saying is that overnight success takes 10 years. People see the end goal, and what I spend time doing when I speak is explaining that, um, it's good to embrace everything before you hit this success. Every single decision that I made in my life that went right or wrong is responsible for the man I am today, sitting here in this chair next to you right now. And if any one of those life experiences would have been slightly different, it would have altered every trajectory until this moment. So it was all supposed to happen. And I just say to embrace it.
I have to say, what you're saying is like 100% true, but I also think that right now everyone works and works and they're burning out. So I will say to anyone on that way up, make sure you work out. Because for me, people ask me how I got from here to there. And I'm going to tell you, I never stopped working out. There was no client that I was going to give up for the gym. And I have to say for my son the same thing. It's discipline. And what the workout does, it's the biggest form of self love, loving yourself and discipline. And guess what? You never give up. It's don't stop, can't stop. I'm never stopping. I'm just going to keep doing this and more and more. But it's always about the pivot. And you know what's exciting about life? It's the creation, the same thing as you. It's like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm one of the few, and I'm very proud to be able to live in that reality where I wake up every morning excited. I wake up excited about what today's going to be like. I know there's going to be problems,
And you have a
and I'm
hot,
excited about the
sexy
problems.
girlfriend.
And I get to
I
wake up
mean,
next
come
to a
on, you wake
sexy
up with a
girlfriend. That
sexy girl.
that starts the day off a
And
lot
she's
better than
smart. No,
most.
seriously, relationships are so important. People need to find their match because when you find that match and you're in love with someone, guess what? Abundance happens.
I agree.
It's the universal law of energy. So, guys, make sure you find that right girl. If she's not the right girl, change her.
Got to cut her loose.
You got to cut her loose. Don't think about it. Or, man, if you're in the wrong relationship, people stay in the wrong relationship sometimes. Don't be afraid. Just do it. What do you have to say about that, Wayne?
I feel like it took me a long time to get it right, but we got there.
Oh, well, you went through some interesting ones. They were all great and all nice. And now you just have one that was aligned with you.
I agree.
She's extremely aligned with you, and I like her. I'm going to create something with her. So, if someone is watching this and they want to elevate their life and they don't have any money, what would you tell them?
The
I would
great,
tell them go intern with you.
I
That's what I would tell them. And even if he says no, make
just
sure
show up to my office
just
like
show
Monica
up to
does.
his office like I do.
I listen, the great thing about living in the technology age that we live in right now and the access that we have right now. When I was a kid, I had a subscription to the Wall Street Journal, a GQ magazine, and a subscription to Robb Report. And that's how I learned about business, learned about style, learned about pop culture, and trained myself to become the man that I eventually became. Today, with the technology where it is right now, there's no excuse for any founder, any entrepreneur, male, female, a young teenager to somebody who's at retirement age, that they could say They don't have all the resources freely available to them to create any type of world that they see for themselves. It's all there for the taking.
That's what I say every day. Everything's there. You can't tell me where you come from. Oh, I don't have this. Everything's free on the internet. My
I
God, ChatGPT is one of my best friends. It's everything right now. So what is one thing that success didn't fix for you?
you have to be happy with yourself.
I say that every day.
And I talk about this a lot with other founders, is that success isn't where happiness come from. Money doesn't provide happiness. You have to be happy with yourself. And once you unlock that, once you figure out that life secret, everything just kind of falls into place. And I would stress for people to realize that much earlier in life than most do.
I think that's a big issue. A lot of people, they become successful, but they're just not happy.
Yes.
And I tell them, my goodness, look outside. The world is magic. It's beautiful. I don't know, surround yourself with people that are happy and that are
Okay.
doing good things and are grounded because you become energy is completely transferable. You hang out with happy people, you become happier. You hang out with successful people, they don't have to do anything. Just being in the room, you're going to be 15% more successful. And you know what? You don't need a lot to be happy, but if you want to be if you want it all, just get it all and do it all. But happiness is an inside job, as I always say, you know. But anyways, we're happy. We're sitting here. I'm happy. I got you on the podcast.
You won.
I won really through consistency. I text him. Let's see. I showed up at his office.
Yes.
Then I text him in the morning.
Repeatedly.
I repeated him. I repeatedly text him, but I got him here. It took 24 hours to get him here. But hey, he came on the Thursday that I needed him to come. He came on the day. And I said, don't worry, I'm going to get him here.
Kidding aside, I'm happy to be here.
No, no. And I'm happy to have you here. So, what I want to ask you something personal. We already asked you. So, what would be your next, beside, let's say, what you're doing now? What's your next thing in life that you want to do? Something, I don't know, if you want to, I don't know, climb Mount Everest, go parachute
For me
jumping.
for
What
me,
would you
it's
want to do?
for me, happiness has always just been about building things. It's like a little kid growing up building model cars or Legos, right? The only difference is the pieces change. Now I'm building with people or products or ads or ideas or concepts. So for me, fulfillment in my life comes from now always building things, but then seeing the people around me build up as well. Like the feeling you get when one of your creators quits their job because they're making so much money creating for you that now they can
They're
spend
building
more
their
time
own.
with their children, growing up. We recently had a creator who, after 11 years of being a nurse, decided to quit, and now she calls me to say that every day it's a blessing that she's able to put the kids in the car, drive them to school, volunteer at the cafeteria, pick them up from school, have dinner as a family at 5 o'clock Monday through Friday. And so that's really started to become the special part of where I am with the brands and
I
being
love
able to
that.
build it, right? Because you're getting to a point where I'm letting other people be fulfilled now. It's not about my fulfillment anymore. I'm luckily blessed, and I'm never going to be complacent or feel like I deserve what I have. And every day I'm going to push just as hard as I did from day one. So that's a given. So now it's about how can I bring other people up around me.
Why do you think people lose their drive? Let's say I've been working my whole life and I'm never going to stop. It excites me. I meet interesting people. I don't know, just every day there's something different. Why do you think some people lose their drive?
I think it's the way you're saying it. You can't lose drive. I think maybe some people just didn't have
No,
the
but they give
drive.
up. Sometimes they just give
I
up.
think they didn't have the drive they thought they did.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. I like that. You're right about that. They didn't have the drive that, yeah, they didn't have the drive.
Maybe it was an obsession, maybe it was an idea, maybe it was a concept. It wasn't drive. Drive is something that's with you
You're
constantly.
right. You're right. You're going to be driven
Yeah,
till this life and the next life.
yeah.
I'll come back. My soul will come back telling everyone, wake up. I just want to put a
Go to the
firecracker on you.
gym.
I'm going to tell you, go to the gym. Number one, if you're a guy, well, I do it to all the guys. I'm like, oh my God. But it's true. I go, you're so good looking. Where's that six pack? why wouldn't you want to be an example for your children? Like, why not? Because the kids only do what you do.
Yeah.
We have my Christian, same thing. They become just what they see. So why wouldn't you want to inspire your children, inspire yourself, and inspire everyone around you? Because guess what? You make everyone better.
Well, that's what you're doing every single day.
And that's what you're doing too, because you're employing all those people.
Yeah.
So I love that. And being an entrepreneur is always pivoting. If it doesn't work, let's work the other way.
It's
It-
being comfortable living in uncomfort.
I don't know. You're pretty comfortable. We're pretty comfortable. How are you living uncomfortable? Yeah, that's a good one. How are you living
You
uncomfortable?
stumped me. I'm done now.
Okay, perfect. So, Mr. Wayne Walton, thank you so much for all his amazing advice. And guys, if you want to intern for him, show up at his office and you got to shop, but just you have to show up multiple times. But
Monica, thank you for having me.
always,
And
always,
like I
Wayne.
always tell you, what you do is inspiring. It's amazing. It's
Thank you.
infectious. And to everybody watching, not only this scenario, but all the ones that will follow from her afterwards, you're always going to learn something. She's a true wealth of knowledge and a true inspiration and a master networker. I appreciate you
Well,
having me.
thank you, Wayne. I'm just going to hire him to do my marketing because he's so good. But, anyways, no, really, thank you for coming. And again, I got you here, Wayne.
You got me.
I got him here.
Until
That's
next
it.
time.
Until next time. I'm going to get him next time. Next time, I'm going to interview him with my son at a nighttime mastermind that he will be speaking at.
Yes.
And that's the next time you're going to see him on my podcast. There, you're going to really see him down to business with that mastermind.
I'll see you all again soon.